Ladies and gentlemen, my name's John Oakes. I'm here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania showroom today. And today we're going to go over our newest addition to our inventory, and this is a 1967 Dodge Dart GT, and it is in fact a real GT. As we go around this, obviously, keep in mind, I'm not going to, dwell on gaps and elevations and body line alignment. You can see that. We take really, really good detailed photos, and you'll be able to see all of that in all of those photos. So I'm going to hit on more of the other things here for you just to describe the vehicle and kind of give you a good picture on the video here as to what you have sitting right here beside me. So again, as you can see, obviously it is done in a red exterior. Now this car does have the black trim on the back quarters and the rear trunk lid, so it's got the stripes that wrap around back there, and we'll get a better look at that as we walk our way around. As far as the stance of the car, we'll go with the wheels and tires right now. So with that, we've got Cragar SS chrome steel wheels, all four corners obviously. These are 14-inch wheels. Now on the wheels, we've got the BFGoodrich Radial TA tires. Tread is in excellent shape on these things. The sizes on them are 205/70 R14s on the front. And out on the back, we've got two 25/70 R14s back there. As far as the rest of the exterior of the car, we'll go over all that now. So our Dodge Dart GT here, if we start with the bright work, the trim around the wheel wells, it has that on all four wheel wells. We've got the Dart GT emblems here on the front fenders. You'll see that on both sides. As we come back, more of that bright work here. We've got the mirrors. Now in this car, we do have both mirrors on the car. The driver's side is remotely adjustable inside there on the door panel. We'll show that once we open the door up. And then of course you see all the trim here around the doors and the windows. All of this is in nice shape here. There's no pitting whatsoever. Nice and shiny, very straight all the way around. The glass, as you can see, in very nice condition here. No chips, cracks, scratches whatsoever. And if you can tell there on the camera, this is tinted also. You'll have tinted side glass and a tinted rear window, and you'll see that from the back side of the car. And also the door handles, the chrome on the door handles in very nice shape, as well as the rocker trim on the car. Now let's go ahead and open our door up. We'll take a look at the interior. Now you'll notice bucket seats up front. It is vinyl and cloth with cloth inserts. You've got the full length center console automatic, obviously on this particular car. The dash pad itself is in great shape. All factory gauges in the dash. It does have two additional gauges, that being the oil pressure gauge and the water temperature gauge. It also has an aftermarket digital AM/FM cassette player in it as well. The steering wheel, wood grain steering wheel with the chrome center, looks really nice for this car. And of course the door panels, those are in excellent shape too, along with the rest of the interior. There's no rips, tears, anything like that as far as the seat upholstery go, and as far as door panels or carpeting go on this car. Now as far as that remote mirror, you'll see the knob there for that adjustment. And this car does have all of the seat belts installed on it too, in case you've got little ones or extra people that's going to ride in the back. They're going to be able to feel safe back there by belting in whenever they get in. Door shuts nice and easy. As we walk back the side of the car, you'll see we got the chrome gas cap. And as I look at the sides of the car, at least on the driver's side for right now, it is nice and straight the whole way down the side of the car. As we get to the back, as I mentioned, it does have those black stripes that go all the way around from quarter to quarter and up over that trunk lid. You can see the fitment of the trunk lid on this car. Fairly big trunk on this vehicle. You can see the gaps all the way around. Very nice and uniform all the way. The glass there in the back, as I mentioned, it is a tinted glass. And then as far as the trim all the way around, that is in very good condition. We'll go ahead and open up our trunk here, and that way we can show you what the condition of the trunk is inside. Okay, so first thing is the key and the lock do actually work on the car. The underside of this trunk lid done in the same color red as the exterior of the car. You even have the jack instructions and so forth all right there for you. Inside the trunk here, you can just tell it's been taken care of very, very well. Now on this trunk, you'll see the floors there in great shape. It does have the cover that goes over the spare tire there. Jack is all there too for you. The mat itself is in great shape, and you can see how nice even that fuel neck right there, fuel fill neck, that is in great shape too. All of your weather stripping all the way around on this car is in great shape. There's no pieces missing out of it, no chunks missing. That is going to seal up very, very good from the outside elements and not let any water in. Okay, we close it. It closes nice and easy. All of your trim on the trunk and the tail panel is in great condition on this car. Tail lights and the bezels around those tail lights, those are in great shape. You'll notice it does have the dark GT emblem over here on the tail panel, or on the trunk lid, I guess. That does wrap down around there. And then as far as that bumper goes, you can see how nice that chrome is on that rear bumper. No pitting at all, no scratches, shines up very, very nice. And of course, right underneath that bumper, we've got a set of chrome exhaust tips there that finish off that dual exhaust underneath the car. As we walk to the passenger side, first thing I'm going to do is look down the side of the car. The passenger side, super straight all the way down also. Let's go up here now. We've already kind of gone over wheels and tires. We'll get up here to the door so we can open that up and take a look from the passenger side. Again, just giving you the view from the other side of the car there so you can get to see the overall condition of the interior. Again, it's got the 340 emblem up there on the glove box there. Just the whole interior on the car just in really, really nice shape for this vehicle. And as we come out of the interior and back outside here, again, you'll see that that passenger side door shuts very well. Glass is in great condition, as well as all of your trim all the way around, door handles and rocker moldings also. Again, you'll see that passenger side mirror. It's got the fender mounted antenna along with the matching dark GT emblems on this side for the front fender. And then we'll just kind of walk around here to the front of the vehicle. Up front here, we're going to see nice grille here in this car. It's got the dark GT emblem right in the middle of the grille. Of course, you've got your Dodge logo up here on the hood. All of your trim around the hood is in great shape. No dents or dings, and it's polished up really nice. The hood itself, this is going to be your factory hood, all steel. Gaps all the way around in great shape. Windshield is in great condition too. Trim work around it, same thing. Nice and straight all the way around. Polished up nice. Windshield wipers are in great condition on this car also. Up front, again, you've got your chrome bumper, which is in great condition here. Again, no pitting, no scratching, polished up really, really well for this vehicle. And as far as your headlights go, just your traditional sealed beam units, your high-low beams all right here in this one unit here. So with that, we'll go ahead and open up our hood on this car, and then we'll get to talk about the engine as well as some of your driveline. Now it's got the dual hood latch there, so you pull over first, and then you've got the additional one you lift up on to help bring it up the rest of the way. As far as the engine goes for this car, this is a 340 Mopar engine. Now it is not the original numbers match motor, but it is a good running, a stout 340 motor there for you. It's obviously got the chrome air cleaner on it. It's got an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor underneath that with the electric choke. It's got the Edelbrock Performer intake on there, aluminum intake, along with the finned Mopar Performance valve covers there just to kind of help with the overall look of everything. It does have breathers on it, the PCV valve. You can see all of your heater lines all hooked up. It's got the aluminum water pump here. Of course, you see your alternator, aluminum radiator, a 6-blade fan here for you too to help keep things nice and cool. And as far as your exhaust, these are hooker headers, long tube headers, and we'll see more of this from underneath the car also, but those are in great shape, just going to help it breathe a lot better. It is a manual brake, manual steering car. It's got the e-brake installed and everything all hooked up there for you too. With that, that kind of ends this section of the video till we get it on our lift. What I do want to tell you guys though is if you're looking at this particular car or any other car that may be in our inventory and you say to yourself, well, it would be nice if it had, maybe different wheels or some air conditioning or so forth. We can do all of that for you. If there's anything at all that you want added to a vehicle that we have here, just give us a call, shoot us an email, or send us a text. Ask us about it. We'll be glad to get you a quote on anything that it is that you're wanting to maybe have done. If it's something that we do, we'll be glad to do that for you. That's it. I'm not sure where you might be viewing this vehicle from, but always keep in mind you can go to our main website, which is www.hanksters.com. And on there, you're going to see probably about 100 photos of each and every car that we do. You're going to see this video, obviously. You'll see all of the details about the car, and you're going to see the rest of all of our inventory too. So with that said, we'll go ahead and close everything up here. We'll head back to our lift, and then we'll show you the underside of the car. All right, folks, so we are now underneath our 1967 Dodge Dart GT. We're going to go through the underside here, kind of go over all of the running gear, the drive line, frame floors, just everything that you see underneath here that we can kind of point out. That's what we're going to go ahead and do now. So starting at the front of this vehicle, the first and foremost, we see the aluminum radiator here at the bottom of that. So the bottom all looks good. All of your hoses, all of your lines, especially for your tranny cooler and so forth, all of that is nice and dry, free from any leaks. Next thing we come in contact with here and we can see is the front K-member here. That's essentially what ties all your suspension and everything together here up front. That front K-member is nice and straight, doesn't look like it's ever been dinged up on anything there. Good solid piece there. As far as the front suspension on this car, it is all stock pretty much. So your upper control arms, lower control arms on both sides, obviously those are going to be all stock stamped steel components, all of which are in good shape. Ball joints, bushings, everything have been checked out on the car and everything is good to go. It's good roadworthy stuff here. As far as the shocks to finish off the suspension, the shocks all look good. I'm not sure exactly what name brand they are. They're yellow shocks, so I'm assuming maybe either a Monroe, maybe a Bilstein, something to that effect. But the shocks all look good. All the mounting locations and so forth all look good on all of that stuff. Tie rods, ball joints on all of those are all in good shape. They've been greased up, been maintained very well, and all in good condition. The actual tie rod itself, good and straight, no issues there. The alignment and everything is all in check with this car as well. Braking on this car, it is manual brake and it is four-wheel drums. However, it does stop very well. The wheels and tires, wheels are 14-inch Cragar SS wheels. Now these have mounted on them, as far as the tires go, these are BFGoodrich Radial TA tires. Now up front on this car, you're going to find a set of 205/70 R14s, and then out on the back, they're going to be 225/70 R14s. Again, the tread on all four tires, all in excellent condition on this car. Back a little bit further, we'll start here in the center with the engine itself. So this is a 340 motor. It is not the original numbers match motor, but it is a Mopar 340. Oil pan here is in great shape, no dents or dings in that. And as we look all the way around that oil pan, we don't see any leaks on that pan and no leaks at the drain plug either. Coming off of the engine, of course, we see these big long tube headers here. Those are going to go back into our dual exhaust there, as you can see. Just a set of what I'm going to assume is like a set of turbo style mufflers. Of course, it's got tailpipes then, and then it ends in chrome tips, which we'll see that as we work our way back. Transmission, it's an automatic transmission. This is a Torqueflite 727 transmission. The pan on that transmission, free from any leaks or drips, even at the drain plug here. The actual tranny mount itself here going across the car, that is in good shape too. The bushing there, that is all great too. And even the output seal here on the tail of the transmission, no leaks to speak of there as well. Now, something I forgot here on the suspension, this is your traditional, like your strut rod, torsion bar style suspension. So that nothing's been changed there. It's all that stuff. And again, all the bushings and everything where it fits into the frame and into the suspension, all in great shape. Now the floors are in great shape on this car too. Good and solid all the way back. Now you can tell it is undercoated. A lot of the old school guys did that. And again, it's just kind of protecting the underside of the car. So good and solid floors on the car. Pinch welds are nice and straight on either side of the car all the way back there. The rockers, those are good and solid on both sides of the cars as well. Brake lines, fuel lines, all of that stuff is run right along the floor on any of these cars. And again, the emergency brake, that is all hooked up all the way back to the rear drum brakes on the car. As far as the rest of that stuff goes, there's really nothing more to speak of in this area, except our drive shaft here. Of course, it's going to be a weighted, balanced drive shaft. So that's going to help eliminate any type of drive line vibrations that you may have. You should not feel too much. Of course, you're going to feel the rumble of the motor there, but other than that, that should be all that you're going to experience there. As far as the rear end on this car, this is a Mopar rear, 7 1/4 inch rear here. It does have a 323 gear in it. All of our brake lines run across the axle tubes there of the rear housing out to those rear drum brakes, which by the way, I already told you it does have those e-brake cables all hooked up. It is a multi-leaf rear suspension here, as we can see. And again, the shocks are all in good condition. The mounting bushings and so forth, all in great shape. As I mentioned before, we do have the tailpipes, dual tailpipes coming all the way back, ending with the chrome exhaust tips on the car. Of course, we have this nice fuel tank. Looks fairly new, probably like a stainless tank. Again, I see no rusting whatsoever, no dents, no dings. All of your mounting hardware, your bolts and your straps and so forth, those are all in good shape. And from what we can see of the underside here back in the trunk area, you do have that provision back here for a spare tire. That is all in great shape too in this car. And like I said, I had already called out the tire sizes on this, but now that we're back here, you get to see the tread on all of those tires. All of that is in great shape and ready to go on the road for you. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and let this car down off the lift. We're going to open that hood up. We'll fire that motor up for you, let you hear what that 340 engine sounds like. And then that's going to be pretty much it for the end of this video then.